We're going to make version 2 of the home fries today, and what we're going to do, we're going to add some onion this time. We didn't do that the first time. So I'm going to chop up some onion, not a whole lot, but enough to make a difference. We're going to do a couple of things different today, and I will explain them as we get to them. I'm only making 1 potato's worth, so I don't need a whole lot of onion, but I do want enough to add flavor, and that's plenty. So we'll set that aside for a minute. And then the next thing we're going to do is peel our potato. I debated doing it this time. It's an option. You can do whichever one you like, and I'm going to peel them this time as well, which I think will give me a better idea how much flavor my other additions make. These are russet potatoes, and these are chosen because they say for the best home fries, you should use a starchy potato, which sounds kind of odd because we're going to be rinsing them under the running faucet to rinse off the starch. Now, in the first version, I soaked them in cold water for probably close to 45 minutes. And this time, I'm not going to soak them at all. I'm just going to rinse them. There are 2 schools of thought on rinsing potatoes for home fries, and one says yes, one says no. We're going to go with the no today. Now, I've peeled and rinsed the potato, and now I'm going to dry it off as best I can because we don't want the moisture. I'm going to use my food processor to make the shreds. And we're left with a few pieces that the shredder didn't shred. So then I'm going to put all the shredded potato in a strainer. Now, the one thing about not soaking the potatoes is soaking them helps keep them from getting brown. So if you don't do that, you have to work relatively quickly so that they don't get a whole lot of exposure to the air before they turn brown, because soaking them keeps them from getting brown. And it's exposure to air and starch that makes them turn brown. We're going to rinse these off to get rid of as much starch as we can. And then we're going to work fast so that they don't get all that exposure to air. Okay, we're back from the rinsing. I rinsed them for probably 5 minutes under running water. And now I'm going to spread them out on some triple layer paper towel, kind of a thin layer, because we're trying to get rid of moisture as much as we can, remember. And then we're going to put paper towel on the top, press it down, and I'm going to weight it down with the cutting board. While this is happening, I've got the oil, which is olive oil this time. Last time I used regular vegetable oil, and it kind of was just oily. It wasn't any flavor at all, which is not supposed to be with regular vegetable oil. This time, I've got about a 1/4 cup of olive oil and 4 tablespoons of butter. When I fry onions, I like the combination of the butter and the olive oil. So I'm giving it a try with the home fries this morning. Now, I'm going to turn that paper towel over for one thing, but I'm also going to sprinkle some onions in here and there. Try to break them up a little more. And then I'm going to put the paper towel down the drier side first this time and weight it again. Okay, now I'm going to try to form this into some kind of patty to cook and figure out how to get it in my pan. I don't think I got my oil hot enough for this first one, so we'll see what we get with the second one, I guess. I'm going to add just a pinch of onion powder. Okay, so I decided I've got way too much oil in it. So I poured out most of the oil butter combination because though it's cooking, it is never going to get crispy. And if it doesn't get crispy, it's not going to stay together. I don't know if you can hear it, but we've got the very, very, very edge of what's Hurricane Erin going by out in the Atlantic. So today we're getting rain and wind. This is the first one. And you can see it's quite well done. It happens that that's the way I like it. So let's see what it tastes like. I think this is the way I'll be making them. These taste like a really good potato chip. There's no lack of flavor. Very nice flavor. Tastes like a potato, buttery at the same time, with just the slightest hint of onion. These are incredible. These are absolutely delicious home fries. This is how I'm going to be making them in the future, I assure you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, maybe you want to watch the first version and see what I did differently.